प्रियंका चोपड़ा की फर्स्ट इंटरनेशनल टीवी सीरीज के पायलट को अप्रूवल मिल चुका है और प्रियंका FBI एजेंट के रोल में सभी को एंटरटेन करने के लिए पूरी तरह से तैयार हैं। और अब जूम को प्रियंका के इस टीवी सीरीज को लेकर इंटरेस्टिंग इन्फॉर्मेशन मिली है। सोर्सेज का कहना है कि इस टेलीविजन सीरीज के लिए सिद्धार्थ माल्या ने भी ऑडिशन दिया था और सिद्धार्थ का कहना है कि क्वांटिको एक बहुत ही जबरदस्त टीवी सीरीज है और प्रियंका चोपड़ा ने इस सीरीज को साइन करके बहुत ही सही डिसीजन लिया है। हम आपको बता दें, सिद्धार्थ माल्या हॉलीवुड फिल्म्स और टीवी सीरीज में काम पाने के लिए पिछले 2 सालों से काफी मेहनत कर रहे हैं, लेकिन सिद्धार्थ को अभी तक हॉलीवुड में कोई कामयाबी नहीं मिली है। वी जस्ट होप प्रियंका के बाद सिद्धार्थ को भी बहुत जल्द हॉलीवुड फिल्म्स और टीवी सीरीज में मिल जाए मौका। फरुद्रानी चटुराज, Zoom, Mumbai.
According to the CDC, this is not some kind of right-wing, part of the vast right-wing conspiracy. The Centers for Disease Control say that the number of homosexuals in the United States of America represents 1.6% of the population. If you add bisexuals into the mix, the total is 2.3%. So let's go to the most generous number we can. 2.3% of the American population is either gay, lesbian, or bisexual. 2.3%. But they are like bullies on the playground that are pushing everybody else around. They've got their boot on our throats. I mean, it's just ridiculous that such a small percentage of the American population should be able to push the normalization of sexual deviancy on a nation of 320 million people, and to be able to demonize the people that are standing up for sexual normalcy, that are standing up for God's standard of sexuality in marriage, to get them demonized as hate-filled, homophobic bigots. It's just kind of really an amazing thing if you stop and think about it. And if you need evidence that Satan exists, I got to tell you, that's it.
동북아시아 지역에는 행국이 떠났던 차고 남조선과 일본은.
Last Friday, and Nigel Farage had found out he'd failed to win a seat in Westminster at the election. And true to his word, he said he'd quit as UKIP's leader.
I am standing down as leader of UKIP.
But fast forward a few days and in Brussels he's back to work. And Nigel Farage is back in the top UKIP job after his party refused his resignation at a meeting yesterday.
Didn't you just engineer this? Didn't the minute you realised that you might not take Thanet, you start to plot a course which meant that you could come back because you know UKIP needs you?
No. I walked out of that meeting yesterday having torn up the letter, scratching my head, thinking, how on earth did that happen? I hadn't planned it for one moment. I genuinely intended to take the summer off completely and to rethink my life.
It undermines your credibility as a man who keeps his word.
Well, I did keep my word.
For 3 days.
I said publicly I was going, and I was a bit surprised. I certainly hadn't expected it, and I hadn't expected the warmth of feeling, and quite frankly, emotion that was expressed from that meeting to me.
Nigel Farage was always due to be back here in Brussels as an MEP, even if he didn't expect to be at the helm of UKIP. And now, as leader, he faces another challenge. There's a major standoff brewing between senior UKIP figures over public money they're entitled to receive. In Westminster, opposition parties get public funds to help with parliamentary business. UKIP's due £650,000 because it got nearly 4 million votes. Its only MP, Douglas Carswell, says party officials told him to spend this on 15 new UKIP staff, but he thinks that's improper. Others in UKIP deny telling him what to do, but say it's for the party to decide how to spend the money. For Nigel Farage, doing his day job in Brussels, such tussles at senior levels represent the first serious row he'll have to resolve. Now he's been reinstated as leader. Alex Forsyth, BBC News.